Hey friends, I've been on the hunt this past year for a better overall protocol for our oral hygiene, our dental health, making it as all natural as possible. Plus, at the same time, we've been learning more in the past year about herbs, just how to use more of them and how to make the best use of their beneficial qualities. So I found the perfect combination here. Sage is fantastic for your oral health. And so I'm going to make a mouthwash with this. It's early fall. The sage has been growing really well this spring and summer. This is also a perennial, so I'm going to harvest it now, but I'm also excited that it's going to come up next year. I'll just harvest a third of it, and I will go with the outer part of what would be the crown, the part that comes out at you, just the outer part and the bigger leaves, and I'm going to keep the baby leaves and the inner part more intact because this will grow some more over the next few months before we have a real frost. So sage is a natural antimicrobial. So it's going to kill all those little germs that are in the mouth when you use it as a mouthwash. But also, if you or anyone in your family is starting to feel like they might have a virus and having a sore throat, they can gargle with it as well to kill the germs that are down in the throat. I'm actually learning a lot of other great things that sage is good for, including menopause relief. So I'm learning, and I might need to do a part 2 for this. But for now, I'm just going to stick with this mouthwash today. So I'm going to finish up probably about a half a cup's worth. I'm thinking it's not going to take much really to do this recipe. And because the recipe has no preservatives, I don't want to go overboard. So I'm going to do what's going to end up looking like about a half cup of sage in total. A group of us ladies were meeting this morning, and we were all asked to share something that's giving us joy right now. And aside from the fact that we have a channel called Joyful Homestead, really just the process itself of learning all these things, these amazing gifts that have been given to us that grow all around us for our use and our benefit, that I know are going to be good for our family and natural for our bodies. That's honestly what's giving me joy right now, is learning all this stuff. So I've got just about enough sage, and we're going to head into the kitchen and make the really simple mouthwash. I'm going to wash these leaves, make sure they're really clean. And while I'm doing that, type in the comments below. Tell me something that you have learned to do or make recently that's all natural, healthy, or made from a plant that you grew. Something you've been excited about this year. I would love to hear about them. Okay, the sage leaves are clean, and I'm starting to do a rough chop on these. That's going to make it easier for me to get it into my tea infuser basket. We have this little set for when we make loose leaf teas, and it is wonderful. I'm actually going to link this in the description for you in case you're looking for one with a really fine gauge, tiny hole basket so nothing gets out into the water. We love this set. And so I'm going to, again, rough chop so that I can fit them down in the basket, because the next thing I'm going to do is infuse it into the hot water. So fresh sage that you have gotten from your garden, perfect. If you've picked it up from the farmer's market or the grocery store, any of that, fresh half cup, or if you have dried sage, half a cup is also fine for this recipe. I'm going to put this into my basket, and oh my goodness, it smells amazing. Oh, I haven't smelled fresh sage in a while, so like I'm loving this right now. I got this recipe online from a dentist, so I'm excited that she, who was really wanting to just share about the benefits of sage for oral health, put this out there for us. And then I wanted to make a video to make sure that I passed it on as well. So she said hot water, not boiling. So I warmed it up in my tea kettle, but I didn't bring it to boiling. So it's hot, and it's 1 cup water to the half cup of the sage. So I'm putting that in here, and then I'm going to add my basket. And my lid. And now it's supposed to just steep for 5 minutes. It's all finished steeping. My lid becomes the little stand for my basket so that my basket doesn't make a mess when I take it out of the liquid. Isn't that cool? That's another reason why we love this set. So this is my infused water now. Awesome. Smells fantastic. And the last two ingredients in this recipe were salt. So half a teaspoon of salt, and then it's optional, but a half a cup of hydrogen peroxide. So that's an additional antiseptic, plus it's whitening. So I figured, why not? Who doesn't need a little extra whitening? And then I'm going to pour my infused water with my sage into it, and I'm just going to mix this all up and let it cool for just a few more minutes before I put it into my bottle. Okay, home stretch. This has cooled a little bit more. I feel better about putting it in the bottles when it's cool. Although when I put the hot water and everything all together, it helped a lot to dissolve the salt. So that was a benefit. But now I'm going to put this into these cute little jars with lids that I found at the dollar store. Yep. Ooh, perfect. Got a tad bit left over, which we'll just probably use today. Gonna put the lids on and put one in each bathroom for our family. What the recipe said was that you can do a mouthwash rinse up to twice a day. Keep it in your mouth for 30 to 60 seconds and swish around and kill all those germs. But isn't this amazing? I just love how the more we learn about plants and all their specific properties, the more that we learn how to make things that we can use. So, hope this is a fun project that you are inspired to do yourself.